Hi, welcome back to another episode of Coldstream Rod Shop. I'm Derek Fraser. In this week's video, as I said before, in last week's video or the one before, we're going to get back on the 40 Plymouth. The goal this week is to work on the back half of the 40 Plymouth, get all the brakes put back together, everything taken apart, everything kind of painted, at least from the center back. We still have to sort out the transmission. Looks like we're going to be trading the Camaro T5 transmission for an S10 transmission we're going to rebuild. That's the plan right now. We've got an S10 transmission at a transmission shop now getting checked out to see what we have to do to rebuild it, and then we'll buy another bell housing. So hopefully that problem will be solved either at the end of this episode or in the coming episodes. So like I said, we're going to focus on the back half of the 40 Plymouth. Now, one thing that I forgot to do, and the customer reminded me, is that we've got to figure out how to put the gas tank in. He sent the gas tank to us. It is a reproduction 40 Plymouth gas tank. We probably could have used something else to put in it, but the thing is we have this one. And the issue is I don't know where it goes in the back of the chassis. I have figured out that the snout comes on the outside here and it goes into the fender, but I have no frame of reference as to where it actually kind of sits in the back of the chassis. So what I did, went out to the body and I said, well, there's got to be some indication, some hangers or something on the body as to where the gas tank is. So right now we're going to go outside and I'll show you how I figured this out. So in the back of the 40 Plymouth, there was no floor. So I opened it up the other day, and hopefully with the snow here, we can see, and inside there was actually a floor pan inside of a box that the owner provided. So what I did, I took the floor pan and I actually, if I lift it up here, you'll see there's actually no floor pan. It's gone. So what I did, I took this floor pan and I pressed it down. Then I took a level and I ran across the two body mounts and then measured where this access hole is, because that access hole is for the fuel level sending unit. So by knowing where that was relative to those two holes, positionally and how deep it is, I actually built a little wooden jig, which we'll go back inside and I'll show you how we're going to figure out where this gas tank goes. So like I said, I took the measurements off the floor pan for the sending unit hole. The sending unit hole is right here on the gas tank. And from those measurements, I went down in the wood shop. I built this little wooden jig, and I've got some brand new engine mounts here, some rubber engine mounts. I'll put those on, and then this, once I press it down, will determine where the center of that gas tank has to be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make some straps for it out of some flat bar. Then I'm going to build some brackets here, and then I'll lift the gas tank up so that the center of that sending unit is at this little mark I've got here on the bottom of this piece of wood. So you can see my scribe lines here, this way and this way. So right there is where the center of that sending unit is going to be. That's as best of estimate as where we're going to be. Worst case, once we get the body on, we'll move it around a little bit. But the thing is, the body is going to go on the frame. I'll be actually tacking that floor pan in there, so I'll have a chance, just in case I get it wrong, to move it around. But for now, we're going to go with this. We're going to get this in here, and we're going to carry on with the 40 Plymouth. Okay, so I used the jig to get the gas tank in. What I did, I used a piece of 1/4 inch bar to go across the top to make the top bracket, which was welded to the rear cross member and to this section here. And then I used some 1/8 strap to go across the bottom to hold the tank in. I don't know if we can get this out in time here in a reasonable period of time, but I'll show you what the strap looks like. Yeah, that might come undone. We'll get her out of here. I'll show you the strap. The intention would be that the straps are in there now. It's just metal on metal, but normally you would have like an insulator, some plastic or something that goes between the strap and the gas tank. Just gonna take one of these straps out to show you what I put in. At least I think I am anyways. Yeah, there we go. I think I am. Getting there. Oh. It's always stubborn. Okay, so there, that's what I made for a strap. It's just a piece of 1/8 all the way around here, and then I reinforced it here where the bracket is so that there's a bolt. The bolt I'm going to weld up here so that it's going to pivot at this point and then draw the gas tank up. So that's it for the gas tank. I had every intention of doing a whole bunch of other stuff in this episode. But unfortunately, it was out of the garage here for 4 days this week. Got nailed with the flu, so we're just back in here now. Short one, sorry about that, but there's still lots to do in the Plymouth. We're going to carry on next week. Short, sweet, and simple, putting the gas tank in a 40 Plymouth. That's it for this week. Please like, share, tag, subscribe, and come back and see us next week when we work on the 40 Plymouth. Everybody take care. Then the other project that we've been working on is the 40 Plymouth. The 40 Plymouth, we're at the stage now where we've ordered a bunch of parts to basically set up all the brakes, run the brake lines. We've got headers. The gentleman that owns this, he's asked us to do more work than originally planned. So this project, as far as we know right now, will basically be brake lines, all of the brakes, an exhaust system, then strip it down, paint the frame, put everything back into it again. And then he has sent us the 40 Plymouth body. He did have, it's sitting outside, that's why I'm pointing out the window here. We'll see it in a few minutes when we go out. But the 40 Plymouth body is going to go on. He wants us to do some sheet metal work, do the floor work, maybe put the steering column in. So again, this project is moving further and further along and doing more and more work with it. Not sure how much further than that it'll go, but watch along on this one. You'll see how far this one goes. So here's the 40 Plymouth coupe body. It's actually quite sound. Most of the damage, I think the gentleman told me, I think it dropped. So when he was taking it off, so there's some work to be done on the quarter panels. I know the floor is has to be, it's been cut out, so I've got to put a floor into it for him, but there really isn't anything significant. He basically wants us to get it back on the frame, you know, fix up any kind of rust holes, which is nothing compared to what we saw when we were doing the 5-window coupe. Get it back on the chassis, and then probably put the fenders on and the radiator. I think it's going to leave after that, but who knows? We'll see how it goes. If you really want to support us, we've got Coldstream Rod Shop t-shirts. We'll show you a picture at the end of it. If you're interested in buying one of those, they're $25 US plus postage. Please reach out to us if you want to support our channel by buying a t-shirt. But that's it for now. We'll see you in the new year. Please like, share, tag, and subscribe. And send me your comments, and see you next week.